tips about how to handle doggies that don't like to be groomed. That is my specialty, is doggies that bite or have been kicked out of other grooming shops. So I'm very patient and kind with them. There aren't any other animals here. It's very private and nobody else coming and going. So this is my friend Boo Boo, and Boo Boo is a Lhasa. And if you know Lhasas, they sometimes bite. They don't like their feet touched, things like that. So we're going to just go through the full grooming, bathing, nails process with how I do all of this with Boo Boo, and enjoy. And I'll probably talk a little bit through it and try to give some instruction on things that I'm doing. Okay, I like to use, for doggies who don't like to be groomed or afraid of clippers, I prefer the Bravura. It is a wall clipper. It's a 5-in-1, so you have an adjustment here that you can go from a 40 blade to a 9 blade all in one. And this is all I'll need, and it's very quiet, as you can hear. So it's not too scary for the animal. Now I have built up a little bit of a trust system with Boo Boo. I've known him for a little while, and so there's certain things that I usually don't need to do with him, like using any of the grooming leashes on him, because he does trust me now. And I just am very slow and careful with the things that I do. One of the things about this doggy is that he doesn't like his face shaved, supposedly. So sometimes I will do the things that the animal dislikes the most, and I'll get it out of the way. So I'm starting with my 10, and I'm just barely touching his skin, okay? Barely touching. It's okay. It's okay. Barely touching. Okay, buddy, it's okay. And I'll get back in there a little bit later and get it a little bit cleaner, a little bit better. Let me show you on this side. I pull the ear back out of the way so it doesn't get nicked or cut. And I'm not holding him very hard at all. I'm just barely guiding his face where I want it to go. That's a good boy. That's very good. Very good, Whiskey Boo Boo. Very good, buddy. That's good. And you can see he's lifted his lips a little bit. That's okay, honey. It's okay. And I just tell him it's okay. It doesn't hurt. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, honey. It's okay. Okay. So he's done right now with his face. For now. I'll go ahead and stop working on that because he's turned away and told me he's had enough. So it's important to try to listen to your doggy's body language. His particular haircut is a 10 all over. So I'm just going to go ahead and work on the area that he'd rather let me work on. Lightly touching the skin, not putting a lot of pressure. The longer your stroke, the smoother the cut will look. okay? And I'm just with my fingers holding him up kind of inside his back thigh, just to hold on to him a little bit without a really strong restraining of a dog while you're grooming it will cause you more trouble, because now you're squeezing them or you're holding them real tight, and a dog that maybe is easy to get upset with you and try to bite you, the best thing to do is manipulate them the least amount that you need to. So try to do everything that you can without moving them. So whatever he wants me to see this side of him, for whatever reason he doesn't want me over here and he doesn't want me in his face right now. So I'm going to listen to him and respect his wishes, and then he'll respect mine when I get to the parts that he doesn't like. Okay. I've heard that at home that he doesn't like his ears touched or his feet touched. So those are things that I will do very, very carefully. I always check the temperature of my blade on my arm. If it's too hot there, it's too hot for the dog. This particular clipper stays cool for a long time. Which is really nice, so you can almost get the whole groom done without it heating up too much. Okay. You want to turn around and let Jamie see your face a little bit, honey? Let's see it a little bit now. Can I see it? Oh, he's so handsome. Let's do some combing on you. Oh, yes. He's such a handsome bear. Such a handsome boy. So handsome. It's okay. It's okay. Now I'm going to put my thumb right under his bottom lip to hold his chin up. And then I'm going to shave under his mouth here. Try to get those little lip hairs. And he doesn't want me to, but we're going to go for it again. It's all right. It's all right, boo-boo. It's all right, boo-boo. Jamie loves you. Once again, I'm not pushing very hard at all with the clipper. It's, if you can see this, just lightly grazing the skin. I've seen some groomers where they're pushing so hard the skin is pressing and moving and looks like they're gouging skin out. You don't have to press very hard at all. Now if you have a heavily matted dog that you're grooming, then you'll pull and stretch the skin in order not to cut them. Now right when I'm doing all of this area, I take with my hand and stretch his skin up, because the neck area is an easy place to cut them by accident. This area, anything inside. Now remember, he doesn't like his feet and legs picked up, so I'm going really slow. You can see he's side-eyeing me a little bit. Just as a warning, like, hey, remember, I don't like my legs done, but I also put off an energy with my doggy and kitty friends that I'm in charge. And a lot of times they will mind that and listen. Sometimes they don't.